Welcome back.
Thank you. It's been a while.
It's been a while. Yeah, it's not great. So if you don't like how long we've had in between, please tell your friends and family to listen to us so this can become our full-time job.
Oh, that. But I was about to say blame Bravo. There was like 2 weeks of no shows.
So tonight we have a lot. Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, Southern Charm.
Yep.
We're going to touch on Beverly Hills because it was a snooze fest. And then we're going to hit on Potato. I was going to say, Jessica and I, with all of our we're so busy, we've both decided to watch a new show called
The Valley Persian Style.
Which is fabulous.
So good.
Fabulous.
I was missing Shaw's in my life.
Also, can we just touch on that right off the bat? Let's just get this over with. So if you're looking for a new Bravo show, the reason why this is amazing, first of all, the women are gorgeous.
Yeah.
There's no season 2 glow up. As she now says, you learn how to do your makeup better. No. These women are fabulous.
Yeah, the newbies.
Supermodel, fabulous.
Yeah.
They also have such interesting backstories, almost all of them.
Yeah.
And then you have old favorites, Reza, Gigi, MJ, and the old players, Vida.
Literally the old players. The 2 new women not holding back on their marriage.
No.
Which is a sign of they'll be divorced.
Yeah.
We do know MJ and
is divorced.
Tommy are going to get divorced. Yeah.
Divorced now, going to get divorced. It's clearly going to be a storyline. But anyway, highly recommend.
So good. Watch that first episode and I texted you and I was like, hooked. And you were like, yeah, I'm already watching it.
Compared to a Vanderpump, it's this was wait, tell me more.
Lauren, I've totally given up on Vanderpump.
I haven't even
I did
back.
1.5 episodes.
I didn't even go back.
And Andy just posted they're doing a reunion, but it's at SUR. They're filming it at the restaurant.
Why did they get a reunion? That's season 1.
They shouldn't even.
Yeah. They clearly cut that season short, by the way.
Jeez.
Yikes. Okay, Bravo in the headlines. Let's just start with some of that. Katie out on Real Housewives of OC.
Yeah.
Did you see that?
I wanted more of a shakeup.
Yeah,
that wasn't enough. I kept hearing Emily was fired, and she's back.
And can I just say, I'm sneaky. I'm on to Bravo. What Bravo's doing right now, it's happening on Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. It's happening on Real Housewives of OC. They bring in a newbie. And everyone gets mad at the newbie, and the newbie creates drama for the Angel on Real Housewives of Potomac. Yeah. And all the OGs get to sit there and maintain their position while the newbie takes it on the nose, sees her way out, and then all of a sudden
And they're like, let's bring in another newbie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm done with that.
Literally, at least get rid of Gretchen. I mean, she was a dud.
Okay, the other things, Nene leaks.
Yeah.
So, Real Housewives Girls Trip, cast has been announced. Vicky, Portia, Teresa, Lisa Barlow, Giselle, Kyle, Luann. And then Nene's going to appear.
Did you said Lisa Barlow?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. That was
so
the shocker.
Excited.
People were like, Lisa Barlow.
Because it's all like the queen
OGs.
bee. OGs.
Yeah.
Giselle, Vicky, Teresa. And so what's going to be so interesting with that Lisa, I'm watching it just for Lisa because I feel like her Delulu that we see, it will be interesting to see if it's actually there or if it's that this cast comes for her as she claims.
Yes. She thinks, at least, she's big fish, small pond on Salt Lake. She is small fucking fish with that cast.
Yes.
So how does she act?
Yes. I'm so excited to see
Don't come at Kyle Richards for money and I am somebody.
Right. Don't try and say you have a big life.
Laugh in your face.
Yeah. Don't try and say you do big things in front of, Teresa.
Actually, please do. Because I'd like to see how it goes.
Right. In front of Giselle, right?
Please. Well, Giselle doesn't really do big things.
Well, her podcast is big.
Okay, sure.
100 million downloads. Okay. Sure. The other Bravo in the headlines that happened over Xmas was Kyle and Mo.
Yeah.
Seen out in public. New Year's people thought they were touchy-feely, very friendly, totally still together.
I saw, the daughters posting, oh, look at them watching a movie and, in the living room. I'm so confused by their relationship.
I mean, Kyle, though, has not... The fact that anyone's shocked is shocking to me because Kyle has really... I mean, we see it on the show. She's tried to maintain a very cordial, if not flirty, relationship with him.
Yes, yeah.
So, to me, they might just be... And then she's also exploring her other bisexuality, right? So she might just be like, that door's open. If he wants it, he can have it. So
we're about to see Mo on Potomac. In Aspen.
Oh, yeah.
Did you see him in the preview?
Yeah.
I mean, hilarious. He's popping up there.
Okay, Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. Let's get into it. So the last time we talked, they were still in Greece.
Still in Greece.
Still in Greece. So we're starting to see the gang get together on Meredith specifically and her up and down nature on the trip where 1 minute she's fine, 1 minute she's not.
They've all been alluding to it, and I feel like it was finally Mary saying, Whitney has said it about like my dad and I recognize it, but I think it like made it hit home more when Mary was like, this is what I'm seeing with like Robert Jr.
Yeah. Okay, so a couple of things. One is Monica Garcia. Let's just jump to that. She's come out and she's said, you know, there's all this gossip around, well, you weren't Meredith wasn't the housewife that got her stomach pumped from X, Y, and Z trip and made everybody sit in their rooms while they got back to the hospital. And Meredith wasn't the one that had the bag of Coke in her suitcase at BravoCon and was worried people were going to find it. So she's like Monica's riding hard for Meredith. Yeah. Because she's also in that lawsuit with Heather, which is progressing. Did you see that? They want to Heather's trying to take Monica's house. Because it's not just the $2,000 bill that she walked out on, it's also the legal fees now, which adds up more to like $50,000. So now she's trying to take that house.
Take that house.
Here's the one thing that keeps me up at night, and I should have done research on this, but the fact that Monica is saying that a housewife had to go get her stomach pumped at the hospital and was coherent enough to demand that everybody stay in their rooms. When you're getting your stomach pumped, you are not coherent.
You're like unconscious.
You're unconscious, and it's the last resort. We're pumping her stomach. She's not conscious. Die. Yeah, she's not with it. So that part is sneaky, is suspicious to me.
I know.
Because I don't think... Maybe somebody said, I'm really sick, I need to go to the hospital, I'm dehydrated. But the stomach pumping thing, Jessica, it's like...
Or like I always remember the scene, I think they were in Iceland, of Vicky Gunvalson getting wheeled out with the towel over her. And she was like dehydrated. And like Dehydrated, but had a lot of vino in as well.
But you're not, right? Am I wrong? I mean, back to the high school days, it's like if somebody got her stomach pumped over the weekend.
Unless Monica in that rant, when you sent me that video, I was like, that's a lot, Monica, calm down.
Yeah.
But unless she did mean it like you got your stomach pumped and after the fact you were saying delete any videos and then making your demands, maybe she didn't articulate it.
And also Coke at BravoCon, like, what else, lady? Like, I don't view that as a substance abuse problem. Are we
supposed to be shocked?
Yeah, they're all in Coke.
It's Vegas.
They're on Adderall or Coke, one of the two.
Yeah, Ozempic, so what do you want?
Anyway, okay, so that leads me to a couple of things on this whole Meredith during the Greece trip.
Yeah.
I feel like there is a problem there. But I feel like I would also act in certain ways that Meredith was acting if I felt like the entire girls' trip was coming for me.
Right.
And I also would find it very hard to get myself emotionally right again. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they were laughing. They're like, wow, Meredith. Like this, like, person on Instagram was like, oh my God, how dare she be in a good mood in the morning? And then they're like, cut to everyone berating her at lunch. What do you know? She's now in a bad mood. And everyone's like, you're so up and down, Meredith.
I know.
I was like, that is true.
And I think that's honestly the climate of a girls' trip is it's up and down.
Yeah.
You drink, you get mad.
Someone says a comment.
Yeah,
you
the
like
next day you form factions. You know, like I think about all the bachelorettes. Like all of them, there was something. It's clearly pills if it is a problem. With alcohol. Yeah.
Alcohol, not the problem. It's just exacerbating when she's on the pills.
And then she seems like she's on them a lot.
Yeah.
All right. So then a couple of other things. They go to that spa, that iconic scene of the spa where they're whisper yelling at each other.
Yelling.
I found it so interesting, Jessica, that the spa sign and the spa attendant can keep those women more in line than Andy can on a frickin' reunion.
Well, yeah.
I mean, that was hysterical.
Andy should have jokingly, like, on the reunion set had a, like, can we pretend we're at the spa? Because they start getting a little unruly, it looks like.
I know. Also, the Lisa Meredith tag team that's happening, like, remember on the trip how she starts bringing up that she heard Brittany vomiting nonstop at the restaurant? Like, Brittany, I heard you were the alcoholic.
Yeah.
That's the problem with Lisa. Like, I mean, she's not smooth.
No.
She's not a super sleuth that like works it in the conversation.
No.
She sits in the reunion. I don't know if you saw the previews for next week, and she asked Meredith like, "How am I doing?"
Yes.
And Meredith's like, "You're good." And then she goes, "On like which part?" And Meredith's
like nothing specific.
It's like Dumb and Dumber. You're like
literally, and I think I wrote it down for that for the reunion part. They have clearly met before. and said, we are going to be a tag team.
Yeah.
So when Heather's like calling them out on it, and then that scene alone when Lisa's like, well, we're going to be talking about the plane now. So we got each other's back because we're right. And it's like, nudge, nudge. Yeah, I was like, talk about collusion. I mean.
She doesn't even hide it from the camera.
Yeah.
Let's jump to the finale in Greece. So the play.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, first of all, they're like, the play is so insightful. And they're crying. And I'm like, that woman didn't really do very much. She just literally like roasted the women in a Greek accent.
If everything is truly done how they show it filming that the woman interviewed them, I was like, Chat GPT wrote this play. That woman did not write that in a day.
No, she did.
There's no way. And
I thought it was going to be like, I thought it was going to have a plot, and I thought it was going to have like acts 1 and 2. And it's just like, here's what everyone hates about you, Jessica. Yeah. Here's what everyone hates about you. It literally was like,
and then this sister said about this sister, and then we just moved our way down the line. Yeah.
It's like you just literally took what they said. I came to the conclusion watching the Cousins lunch, because Meredith, I think, was in one of her bad moments at that point.
Yeah.
That Meredith, so to me, is giving Lisa Vanderpump vibes. Remember Lisa Vanderpump at the very end of like her stint on Beverly Hills? She was like the leper. Yeah. Like everyone was like, yeah, she can't do anything. And the reality is Lisa is a fabulous freaking multi-millionaire who's a socialite in Beverly Hills. And they were acting like they couldn't even bear her. Yeah. And then on Vanderpump, Lisa comes off way different energy. The mother hen, the guide, the mentor.
The entrepreneur.
Yes. And I feel like Meredith on Next Gen NYC gives that same energy where it's like, in a different element, Meredith thrives, you know?
As a DJ.
Right. Which, goddamn, can we talk about this? Like, I can't even speak. This is so crazy to me. Mighty Hoopla, okay, that is a concert in UK.
Yeah. Or
Erica
London,
Jane goes on and on in Beverly Hills. Oh, it's the best in my life. You know, my life is complete that I performed there. I'm so happy. Meredith performed there too.
Already, yeah.
Erica Jane's been in business for 20 years in show business.
Yeah.
Meredith started her DJ career like on a whim and a prayer like last year. If I was Erica Jane, I'd be like,
what the
great
hell?
Great, you performed there.
Do you guys want me again this year, or did Meredith take my slot?
Why do you think she's so successful?
I think it's how ridiculous, like her jumping.
It's like an animal in the zoo that you have to go see versus like an actual like
kind of like a car crash. You just can't stop watching.
Because all I've seen when she DJs is she just jumps up and down, and not even that aggressively, just like a little bounce.
Yeah, like she took one less pill that day to have a little more life to her.
And then I saw her do a bump of caviar.
Oh, I was like, excuse me, she did a bump.
like on camera, like, oh, here's my bump.
Yeah, love how she's tying in the caviar to the DJing business. It's like, what happened to the jewelry? That's how we first knew you.
So the play ends.
We somehow end with Heather bawling and crying, and they're all comforting Heather. I was like, riddle me how that happened.
Heather expects people to do things that are like contrary to all human nature.
Right.
I would have left. Yeah. When she says to Lisa, like, fuck me, fuck you, on the boat, because she like calls Lisa the leak. Get it? And then, but then also, Jessica, at the reunion, Meredith goes, this one's been squeaking at me all season. And Heather goes, what? Our friendship is over right now. And it's like, Heather, what do you...
You sure haven't acted like a friend to Meredith at all.
You've not been complimenting her. You've not been rubbing her back and petting her head. Like, what do you think you've been doing?
I know. Hot take, is Heather less self-aware than Lisa Barlow? I mean, she does not seem to know how the situation...
I agree. It's just a very weird thing. So let's cut to the reunion.
Well, I was going to say, I think why Beverly Hills is such a snooze is because you have Salt Lake on at the same time. You're like... Beverly Hills literally talks about nothing. And their fights... Okay, sorry. I'll save it for Beverly Hills.
No, I agree with you, though. It's like, this cast doesn't need... Now, we did get a newbie who got expelled, right? Monica. But they didn't need it. They find their own way. I do think Lisa Barlow, I will give her this credit. She says this in the reunion. She carries that show on her back in the sense that if Lisa was not there... there would
she's a
be far less
target.
dramatic.
Yeah.
Do I think she's delusional? Yes.
They all love to hate her.
Yes. And frankly, I do too.
Same. I don't like her, but she's great TV.
So Lisa, Bronwyn are first chair. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, they all look, we have already talked about this on their outfits, but let's just
God.
hit it once again, like oddly matronly, all of them.
Yeah. I accidentally said mother of the bride. It's actually mother of the groom is what they're giving. Even more modest. Bronwyn, that's the time you went understated.
Yeah. And I do like her long hair. I think she looks much better with the long hair.
I do like the long hair.
So let's just say some things right off the top. This reunion is not their best. I'm like already like over it a little.
Okay.
We cannot follow what is going on.
It's a lot of screeching.
Meredith would say. But Jessica, it's like fast talking, like comebacks.
Yeah.
You get what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you can't even follow. Like I'm like, what are we saying? So it starts with Meredith and Whitney having some odd fight at BravoCon, which it's like, can Andy just take us to that scene of what happened?
Yeah.
Versus trying to piece it together.
That's a great point. I feel like as the years have gone on, Andy has done way less of the like setting the stage.
Yes.
He normally is good about interrupting and being like, okay, for everyone, like, we need to explain what you're talking about. And him to be like, Whitney, this was when we were filming that. And you know what I mean? Like,
exactly.
It's going and going, and you're like, what at BravoCon? And
I think
Whitney
he's zoning out, honestly.
Really?
Okay, so what do you think actually happened? Like, explain it to me like I'm 5. Like, what do you think happened in that BravoCon interaction?
I think Whitney was very drunk. And tried to, and you're just like, I'm gonna go up to her, and you're like, I'll sort this out right now. Yeah. She probably, I think it's a mix of what they're both saying. Whitney, if you were that drunk, you do not remember exactly what you said.
No.
So Meredith has probably got more truth to when she's saying, you told me, like, we can be with cameras on, whatever. Whitney's like, no, I remember the gist of what I said.
Or what I was trying to say.
But then also just like,
but what do you think she said?
Hypocritical. Whitney, you're coming for Meredith for a substance problem.
Yeah.
And then you have an absolutely drunken moment and can't remember exactly.
Fall down drunk. I mean,
yeah.
Also, can I say the one thing with Meredith that is a common thread is she always misunderstands what people are saying. Remember Bronwyn on the bus saying how Meredith came up to her and like asked what was said at the lunch, and then and Bronwyn felt gaslit and like she was coming for, like, it was so aggressive, and Meredith's like, no, that's not what I said at all, and then I feel like with Heather there's like some of that playing out. I'm like, when does Meredith understand and fully interpret a conversation for what it is?
I was gonna say it's like, what's the common denominator, Meredith? It's you always saying no one's understanding. Maybe then you're not speaking clearly enough.
We've never seen legal speech Meredith as much as we've seen this season.
Yeah, it's a lot.
It's a lot. Like,
and Bronwyn even goes, here she goes with her legalese.
Yeah. I kind of agree. I'm like, you didn't even practice, boo-boo. Like, can you just speak normally?
I know. It's wild the way she speaks.
Also, Lisa's eye, Jessica. Did you notice it? The one eye is kind of closed.
At the reunion?
Yes, oh my God. Jessica.
And, did you see, Andy said, we got a lot of write-ins about your eye in your confessional.
Her current eye looks...
Okay, I didn't
It looks puffy, and she blinks so much.
Well, she's been a rapid blinker for a long time.
I do like in the reunions that they are talking about Reddit stuff.
Yeah.
Because that's where I get my tea.
Yep.
And that Bronwyn thing was all over Reddit.
Yeah.
She was a admin assistant and she basically spent money and expensed it.
Yeah.
Interesting though, I don't feel like she adequately shut it down. Like,
not really. I was still confused.
I thought it was a good point Lisa made, which I'll give Lisa credit again, but she was like, you don't talk about your case and you're making me sit there and talk about mine.
Yeah. But Lisa's are way more current.
Sure.
They're like within the last few years of being on the show. Bronwyn's does sound like 15 plus years ago.
And you know what? I think Todd was involved in it. Like, and he got it shut down. So I don't think she wants to talk about it because I don't think.
Well, she doesn't want Todd to start blabbering now that they're getting divorced.
Right.
She's like, no, that's over with. But I thought Bronwyn had a good point. She just got her citizenship. You can't have anything sketchy on your record.
I don't know enough about the process.
Well, she said that. She's like, I just got my American citizenship. You think if I had pending like felony things
Sure.
on my record, I would have gotten my citizenship. And that is true. They will write you off so quickly if you have anything.
I now that you say that, I remember Justin Bieber actually had a problem getting his visa renewed because he had a DUI.
Yes.
And they were mad about that.
Yeah, even the Biebs.
So I think what happens in the reunion is that Andy, so I don't know if you saw this, I saw extended version, but he takes a big detour and like relives memory lane with those.
Oh, yes, about 100 episodes.
So I feel like production strategically was like, go to that, because he couldn't control them in the speaking and the conversation.
So he's like, let's have a little lovey-dovey trip down memory lane.
To try and get
you
these
guys
women.
used to like each other at some point.
I think that was so strategic, because I was like, what are we doing here? What are we doing?
That was a weird cut too.
It should have been the start of the reunion.
Yeah.
You guys have had 100 years,
100 years.
100 episodes.
Feels that way sometimes.
Feels like it. Okay, last thing to talk about. Lisa, are you really discussing how I make money? She goes into her Lux marketing, her Bella Twins thing. I didn't realize all this about Lisa.
Lux marketing is starting to sound a little like Jen Shaw explaining her company.
Right. And then also the troll. The trolling with the scroll. The linking. How does Angie know that the trolls...
No, I just know, like, I'm excited to see how it plays out next week. But then we also know it's going to be very confusing. Yeah. And like I texted you, Lisa's just going to go, that's a lie. That's a lie. That's a lie. And then no one else can talk. And then we keep moving along. And it's like, didn't get any clarity on that.
It's like these printouts that they bring.
Yeah.
Like, can someone have, it's like, I'm good with this. Let's get some more theatrics in this. Someone get their IT person who Angie clearly did not figure out that this troll was, this number was Lisa's number.
She paid someone to do something.
Can that person be on standby? And can we get a conference call into them? Because I want to get to the bottom of this, Jessica.
Yeah.
Bringing a printed out screenshot of something is no longer.
Just like what Gretchen did.
Yes. It's no longer fair.
It's not enough.
It's not enough. You could have asked ChatGPT to make that up.
Yeah.
I want an IT guy standing by that goes, no, that's a lie. That we couldn't do that.
There's no way that you could physically mock this or, know, yeah.
Oh, and then let's just hit on this Mary TLC documentary quickly. Did you watch that?
No.
It's damning, Jessica.
Yeah.
Like people that they've gotten to film on camera. Yeah. It's not like, oh, hearsay.
Weren't you saying there's a lot of past church members that like fully filmed?
Her family, past church members. Now she will claim that like that side of the family obviously doesn't like her or whatever. But
they wanted control. So
some of the family members though made it through that big schism that happened. Like some of the family members like came out on their side supporting Mary and then still defected and left at the end of it.
Okay.
And the big thing I took away was that her husband, what's his name again? Mary's?
Robert
Sr. He is, I think, a massive manipulator in all of this. Yeah. And I think he manipulated Mary into marrying him. And I think he manipulated Mary into like executing a lot of like what he does. Yeah. And they said basically Mary growing up was very persuaded by money. Like very, very persuaded. Yeah. So to me, he manipulated her via the money that he had from Mama's kind of stuff. But there's, Jessica, I mean, we don't have to go into it, but there's like a couple things in there that like openly contradict what Mary has always claimed.
Well, yeah.
All right, let's move to Southern Charm.
Yes.
So Salley, let's just hit it right on the head. So here's the thing. It's like we are dissecting Craig and Salley. And part of me looked in the mirror the other day. I'm like, I don't care this much about this.
Yeah.
And like Salley and Charlie and Venita and like all of it. I mean, and then Craig and Austin, I'm like, it's a little bit like, damn, we have better things to do with our lives. Okay. But let's just
Lauren, we watch these shows though. This is what.
But let's just cut to it. So a couple of things. One is, let's start with the boys' dinner. I think that's a good place to start. So Patricia has this odd boys' dinner. She has it every single year. She asks them to wear white jackets. And Mr. like Boykin, old money, doesn't know how to dress.
Ridiculous. I love how Whitney was like, he pulled that shirt out of his hamper today. I was like, yeah, he did.
Also, they bring in that doctor. They always kind of bring in randoms for those dinners, but I do think they're kind of testing.
I think we're going to see more of him.
So during that dinner, Craig basically admits he would take back Paige. That's supposed to be the big mic drop moment, is he would take back Paige if she, and it's like, we know this.
We know, Craig.
When he was posted in New York, I knew that.
So sad.
Yeah, you're really sad. Okay, the next thing that happens is Salley and Venita have that huge argument at dinner.
Yeah.
Now, can I say one thing to you? So, in any other franchise, that argument, that dinner would have been 30% of the episode.
Yeah.
But this TV is about the boys, as we know. It's not about the girls.
I
so
know.
they gave that conversation a minute.
Yeah.
Just because that was like the season.
I know.
It's like Venita is creating the season, and that is the season.
I thought Venita, yes, has a point. We all see it coming. Salley is such a pick-me with Craig, but if they truly are that good of friends, it was a bit harsh about he's gonna walk you like a dog, and when he lets you go, don't come crawling back to me. I was like, I don't disagree with you, Venita. But if that really is your friend, say it nicer. And I would never say, like, don't come crawling to me when you find out. That was my take.
Well, I would agree with you. I watched the after show, though.
Ooh, yeah.
And I plowed through it. I mean, it's like we're talking about the same exact things over and over again. A couple of things that were said. First of all, Venita, would say to Salley that she had a curfew. And then she had to come home by the curfew sitting in the hot tub. Like, how controlling. Like, she would text Salley and be like, you need to be home by 2 p.m. 2 a.m. If you're still in the hot tub after that, that's not like, you need to leave.
Yeah.
And Salley was like, what? And then she knows abandonment because her best friend in high school.
Just stopped talking to her one day.
But I feel like this has happened a lot.
I might have written down, it seems to be a trend with you, Venita. I wonder if you have to start looking internally.
Yes.
Do you get so wrapped up?
Yes.
I wonder if she is a bit creepy stalker with some
Jessica,
of her friends.
I completely turned. I was like, wait a second. You know in Mean Girls when Regina George tells Katie the story about how Janice didn't get invited to her pool party?
Yeah.
And she's like, why are you so obsessed with me?
Yeah.
I was having that. I'm like, Venita, why are you so obsessed with this? I mean, to a certain extent, it's like, you would be like, okay, go ahead. Do you, girl.
Was getting weird vibes.
On the whole thing.
Yeah.
Also on the after show, so let's talk about the hot tub because, Salley gets rejected.
Yeah.
The chicken moment. What did you think about that?
So I was cringing, dying.
I'm like, she's going to put those chickens back on the show.
At first, she's like, God damn these chickens.
She's like, and I don't want
I only got them for you, Craig. So thought we'd have a little family together with our chickens. All I was thinking was wow, bold, good for you. And then it was just a good reminder that even gorgeous hot girls get turned down too.
Is Salley a gorgeous hot girl, Jessica?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, so Salley admitted on a podcast recently that she hooked up with West.
Yes.
Summer House. She made out with him. She also has a crush on Austin.
Yeah.
While she was pursuing Craig.
Yeah.
And had a crush on Craig and told everybody about it.
I think I said it last pod. She wants to be in a Bravo power couple and she doesn't care who the guy is. She's going for everybody.
She was going for Carl for a second.
Yes. I mean,
Jessica, but I feel like that gives her more intelligence than what I think Salley is. Salley is I don't know, easy. That's it. I don't know. The fact that she actively has a crush on Austin while she pursues his friend Craig is shocking to me.
And also, Austin's in a long-term
relationship. Which we see
we know.
They're going to end it.
Crumbles, but yeah.
I just go back to, so at the sleepover, when she's sitting there and she's like, he said what about me?
Yeah.
I'm like, how are you making this about you? Charlie's about to go on a date with him and you're making it about you. Think of how she lives her life. You say dibs on everyone and then they don't like you and then you make it dramatic that they don't like you.
And saying it's girl code that then your friend is going for him, but the guy didn't want you.
Think of how she lives her life.
Yeah. I was dying how she was not picking up on the huge hypocrisy where when she got that information and she's like, oh my God, well, Charlie, it'll probably take you longer to see what Craig is doing, but he's playing us. I was like, girl, you just found out today. That's what Venita was telling you.
I know.
When she's like, Charlie, it'll probably take you longer. I was like, oh my God, don't dismiss Charlie like that.
Sally's just not my type of girl. I can't say enough mean things about her. I
can't
really don't
say
like
enough. Her. Usually the saying is, I can't say enough good things about them.
I can't say enough mean things.
I just can't.
I just really, she's not my type of girl at all. Okay, so interesting, funny thing, right? So the sleepover, I was like, why are they showing so much of this sleepover?
Yeah.
Because remember last season, or when Taylor was still around?
Yeah.
The girls did all these things together.
Oh, and they never
showed
them.
it. Yes, because the show was about the boys.
Yeah.
Miss Patricia said that. I was like, why the F are they showing this sleepover? I'm like, this is new for this. And then the boys show up. And I'm like, that's why they showed it. Because the boys show up.
Yeah, they had to make sure we understood where the boys just randomly show up at Madison's house. I did not miss Shep for 1 second of this episode. Did you?
No.
Took me a while to realize he wasn't there.
And so this leads me to believe that maybe they actually, back to Angel, they don't know when their filming is going to be done. Because why would he book a huge... seemed to be 2-3 weeks into Cuba, mid-season filming.
True.
So maybe he booked it and they thought it was going to be wrapped and it wasn't.
But like, are we even halfway through Southern Charm yet?
Oh, maybe not.
I feel like, didn't it just start?
Yeah, right. The last thing, can we talk about that Madison house?
Yeah.
So it's beautiful, of course. It's beautiful.
Yes.
But with her and Brett, like there's been many moments this season where I feel like Madison has to explain to Brett that she's either kidding or not kidding. Like I feel like she has fully not shown her sassy self to him at all. Like she was sitting there when he was bringing stuff in and they were moving the house and she's like, chop, chop, you got to work for that tip. And he was kind of like, and it's like, no, that's her. That's her personality. She has like charmed him as like Miss Southern Belle. Yeah. And I feel like it's like, no, she's not that at all. Yeah. Like anybody who watches Bravo knows that.
That's a hot take, and I don't disagree with you. Yeah, I don't think she's seen his fire, or he's seen her fiery side.
And, well, you know what? That baby's going to come in, then all of a sudden he's going to see it.
Well,
because you can't hide it.
Well, she was a bit fiery at BravoCon when we were like, oh, she is too soon postpartum when she got in that fight with Cy.
I think Madison's built for way more than that type of vibe. Oh. I think she should be married to a celebrity. Like when her and A-Rod were, you were like, that felt more...
Okay.
No offense, not a police chief. A firefighter chief, whatever he is. Okay, Beverly Hills.
Yeah.
So first, let's talk about Erica's new man. So this has been making some headlines. Her John Shrek McPhee, that guy.
Yeah.
That's like crazy that they're dating.
Yeah.
But the big thing that everyone's saying is, so he appeared on Megyn Kelly's podcast, which is like super mega.
Yeah.
And Erica Jane is like the gay LGBTQ.
Yeah.
So people are like getting mad about this, Jessica, that she's like dating him. Like they're like, this is a betrayal of us.
I didn't even think of that.
Because he was like CIA, whatever, right?
Some sharpshooter or something in the military.
They are saying online that basically Erica Jane, the performance, like took money from the gays and the LGBT community and like made a living off of them and now is showing her true colors. Ooh. That's how they're spinning that. Interesting.
She's not going to play that hoopla, whatever.
Mighty Hoopla.
Mighty Hoopla. That won't be calling this year.
I think they're still dating too, by the way.
I believe so.
Yeah.
She was on a Watch What Happens Live like only a few weeks ago in the season, and she's like, yep, we've just hit like 7 months or 8 months a date.
So there's so little going on in this season.
Oh my God, yeah.
I actually watched the last episode before you came, and I clicked through a lot, and I still got the gist of it. There's a lot of travel and glam prep. You know, do you get what I mean? Like,
I couldn't get over how many freaking people they all travel with.
Yeah.
When their personal assistants were coming into their rooms in Sedona, I was like,
Who do these women
think they are?
No.
And Kyle, as far as I know, she never shows it. I don't think Kyle has a personal assistant.
No, nor a glam team. But Jessica, like, it hits on the point that I'm having trouble articulating. Like, we are not dealing with the Real Housewives anymore. We are dealing with a group of people who feel themselves as celebrities.
Yeah.
And like, they show up to dinner, not because they're trying to eat dinner, but because they want to show their outfit that they're wearing.
Right.
And they're glamming up for the most basic fucking shit. I'm like, we're
losing the plot.
We're losing the plot.
Yeah.
It's basically a music video. That's what I'm trying to say. You know, it's like
you're showing up to set.
Yeah.
It's not life. It's
Agreed.
not real life.
So let's talk about each one individually because there's not even a plot to like take out on this.
I know.
Let's start with Amanda. So it's starting to unravel for her. But again, here's the new model. We bring a newbie in. Everyone hates her. Yeah. They make fun of her and then they send her unpacking.
The word I wrote, I was like sitting there like, how do I say one word? Insufferable. Yeah. She is a one-upper.
Yeah.
the way she's like, oh, don't worry, I have that in my Chanel backpack.
Yeah.
Just say your goddamn backpack. Like, these women are not impressed by your Chanel. Kyle Richards has every color Birkin bag under the sun.
Right.
Your little Chanel backpack is not impressive to her.
Well, it's the definition of new money versus old money. If you had to sit there and say to someone who's new money, don't act like this, you would watch this show.
Yeah,
as the case
don't
study.
act like Amanda.
The saying is new money or money talks, wealth whispers. And you're dealing with close to B billionaires. Kathy Hilton must be a B. I mean, even the outfit she wore on the plane, all the Louis Vuitton.
When Rachel Zoe was like, I don't know if it's really giving Sedona, but does Amanda like it? She does.
I mean, sorry, Rachel Zoe is bringing really nothing. She fits well into the cast.
I like her. She's enjoying her.
Yes, but she needs to give something at this point.
Yeah.
I mean, we can't have a cast that's just, I mean, they have had no disagreements. No.
So when the Avi stuff got brought up, Erica, I think it was in a confessional, but she's like, we are not going to sit here and just talk about Avi. And I wanted to go, Erica, there is nothing else to talk about on this season. We need to talk about Avi and what the hell happened.
Jessica, I'm totally agreeing. I'm like, this is the only bone you guys got.
Yes.
Is Avi? Because usually Sutton and Garcelle were the drama. You know what I mean?
They would be the ones nitpicking the other women's lives and bringing up, oh, Kyle, you and Morgan? Like,
right.
Garcelle was going hard on that relationship.
And now we've lost that. Sutton has taken a huge Xanax this season for some...
Not drinking as much.
Yeah. Which, Jessica, we glossed right over that. And I'm like, that should have been... That needs to be discussed.
And how funny when Sutton was like, I am not an alcoholic. The way she freaked when Dorit, and then she was like... So I'm stepping back from drinking.
I've decided to, how did she say it? Like basically
be more intentional about my drinking.
And Craig says the same thing, which I'm like, how is this where we're at in our society? Where he said something like, I work for my drinks now. Like,
doesn't seem that way with boys' night. I think he's going hard.
I don't get to just drink when I want to drink. I have to work for my drinks. It's like, I want to be more intentional. Something happened with the drinking in Avi.
Avi, please do a tell-all. I will read it. Do an op-ed.
Break that NDA.
Break that NDA, yes.
Let's talk about Sedona. Sedona is not the right spot for this woman. Kathy Hilton's dodging out of activities. There's no shopping.
It's 91 degrees at dinner time. The sun is down and it's 91 degrees.
They're all huffing and puffing on these hikes.
Yeah. They're all, yes, they're like LA, but they're not like the woo-woo women.
No.
Like, I know Jennifer Tilly has like a crystal and whatever, but like the rest of them are not like centered. And
No.
Yeah.
No.
It's a weird.
They don't get off on the vortex.
It started bougie. I think they made some like snide comments where they're like, can we go back to Sutton Strack? Because Sutton Brown, when they were cooking their own dinner at midnight.
1 a.m. they sat down.
That dinner near that little airport. I would love that. I love watching planes take off and land, and they're like private jets. Like, we're not talking
it's not like
O'Hare.
A commercial airport.
But I was like, wait, that would be really cool. But obviously not for those women. It was like, we'll have the tableside guacamole. Not high class, but yet they flew private there. That was like, they started really bougie, and then it just nosedived.
And the only thing that's going on is Amanda.
Yeah.
And her snide comments. And Boo Boo thought she could talk about her business. Do you remember that? I love when Kyle went, and when Kathy says, that's great.
That's great.
I'm going to start using that.
Kyle's like, that either means she wasn't listening or she doesn't understand. That was one of the funniest parts.
I'm going to start using that at family dinners. Like,
that's great. Moving along.
With our husbands.
Yeah.
Tonight.
We'll do it tonight. When Amanda's doing that phone call in between Rachel, Zoe, and Erica, I was like, if you think you're impressing Rachel Zoe with your little business.
I know.
Oh my God. That's where I was like, she's insufferable.
Insufferable. Yeah. And then she brings up the Avi thing, and then she circles back on it. And it's like, you are a gnat to these women at this point. Like, nobody wants to find more about you or like be in your world. And then that whole manifesting thing with their husband, it's like, I can't hear about this again. No one's jealous of you. I'm not even jealous of her. Yeah, would I like more money? Yes. I'm not jealous of that.
But I think she's going to have a criminal case coming her way soon, so I'm not jealous of that.
I told you, somebody said online that it cost $45,000 to buy one of her courses.
Yeah.
Like the master's course, and all it was her sitting on a couch, like Zoom calling them.
You can't tell me she's going to get, like, she'll get caught for fraud or something. And then it seems like our cliffhanger is that Jennifer Tilly finally talks shit on Sutton and says that's why Garcelle left, because it's the Sutton show. And I'm
it's like, what else is new?
Sutton she would be exhausting as a friend. You have to coddle her, and then she's very sensitive.
Jessica, think if Sutton wasn't on this show. That would be a music video. At that point, just add some soundtrack to the background, because I don't even want to hear what these women are saying.
Yeah.
Summer House had this moment too when it happened. It's like there comes a point where reality TV is like we're literally just watching. Like reality TV is about the drama and the chaos and their lives and their backstories and how they interact and all the social dynamic. No, we are now just really watching reality TV. Like we are following them when they're getting their breakfast. I'm like, we don't care. The last thing I do want to say, which also was kind of glossed over, is the Dorit and Kyle piece.
Yeah.
The part that pissed me off so much with Kyle was, do you remember when she went to Dorit's house and she was sitting there and like trying to get Dorit to kind of own up to the fact that PK is telling Mo something so different. And Dorit had asked Kyle, like, can you go talk to Mo about this? And Kyle basically said, you need to go talk to Mo. I'm removing myself. I'm like, Kyle, what a like bad fucking friend.
I know.
She just wants to relieve herself of the whole
She can't handle any of it. Yeah.
I'm like, Jessica, if you were to say to me, like, as a good friend, can you go talk to your husband, you're clearly still dating.
All the drama last season was because Kyle was talking to PK. So now she's like, Dorit, talk to Mo.
You can't deign to lift a finger to go FaceTime your husband in 2 seconds and say, hey, this is what's going on.
Kyle and Dorit are not real friends.
They're not.
No, they're not. And Dorit, I think, came to that realization, but it hurt because she thought they were better friends, and Kyle never viewed her that way. One other just tiny little side bit, you know how like Bose is clearly doing fertility stuff?
Yeah.
She could not be drinking, and she's having wine.
Oh, really?
Can't drink on those meds. And I was like, this makes me think this is all fake.
Really?
Cannot have alcohol when you're doing those shots. And she's drinking wine going, I'm ready for some wine.
Is it, you're not supposed to do it because it doesn't work, or you're not supposed to, it's recommended against?
It's like dangerous. I actually asked, I said, can I have a drink here or there? And they went, no. Yeah, so that's where I was like, really? She's injecting herself and then going and having a few
Jessica,
glasses
this is
of
a
wine.
hot take.
Yeah. I'll have to look into, at least, hey, I was completely told do not drink. I don't know if it's because it'll like negate it or just alcohol is not good for you, so you shouldn't be doing it. But they gave me a strong do not drink when you're on these meds.
Interesting.
So thought that was interesting that Bose was drinking. Storyline.
All right, so Real Housewives of Potomac. Let's end on this one.
Oh my god.
Let's cut to it. So the Colorado trip. This is the only good thing that they got going on.
Yeah.
They had Monique. Monique's actually, I love Monique.
Yes.
I'm like, bring that girl back.
Yes.
The shady book thing, a sign of brilliance. It was Heather Gay with the text messages.
Yes.
It was well done.
Yeah.
The shady binder game was well done.
Yes.
Okay, so let's cut to Colorado. So here's the thing. I had this whole thing prepped for you of like, let's talk about Angel and all this. And then I saw this influencer today talk about this, and I want to get your take. She said basically that production set her up on all this. That she didn't pick the house.
Okay.
That production did. That she actually only saw the house the day before. And she was worried about the distance. And she wanted to put them up in the Ritz-Carlton nearby. And she had a few problems with the house when she walked through.
Oh, okay.
And so the implication was that basically the production is doing this to give a Giselle a storyline because she's not had one this entire season. Yeah. And the season's been a flop.
But the whole time Angel cannot go, I didn't pick the house, because she had to act like the host in Colorado.
Right. So that completely sent me down a different vibe on this. But is Angel super annoying? Yes. That hat and that outfit that she picked the girls on. Jessica, I was like, what is this? You know when Pharrell went on the red carpet with that huge cowboy hat? That's what it was giving to me.
That. And, hey, just whatever with body positivity, and yes, she had a baby, but I don't choose to wear a button-down thing that then opens and the buttons are bursting. Like,
And
I don't wear it because I don't look good in it. So, Angel, you did not look good in that outfit.
Well, everyone was saying too online that like she didn't participate in that first wellness activity where they all sat.
Yeah.
And someone's like, because the jeans are too tight.
She had to stay at a higher level. Yeah.
I mean, that outfit was whack.
Yeah.
Let's see what other things were whack.
Kay on the whatever pill she took for altitude.
That was so weird.
Kept crying.
That was so weird.
It was funny. They were making the biggest freaking deal about altitude. I was just in Denver.
And you didn't feel it?
No. Yes, you do get like more dehydrated and it's very dry out there. So yes, drinking water is going to help you. But this whole altitude sickness, I was like, oh my God, the fact these women are taking meds for it, like you'll be fine.
So I have gotten altitude sickness and it's weirdly bad.
But were you in like the Alps?
Salt Lake.
Oh, really?
Skiing on that. So
maybe I'm just not affected by it.
No, I think it hits certain people differently, but I agree. Water is a big deal. Like if you don't drink enough water,
gotta be hydrated.
Yeah. Okay. Can we go back to Angel's?
Oh, of course. The whole episode's like.
Other weird things about Angel is that when Bobby gets out of the car with her and puts that coat over her head, I'm like, where's the damn umbrella? Yeah. Why do we need a coat?
Yeah. No, there is. Monique is for sure picking up on something with their relationship.
Okay, but then cut to Watch What Happens Live. Did you see this with Angel on?
No.
They cut to Bobby in the audience and like Andy's asking something weird about something. I don't know. And they said, Bobby, what do you think? And Bobby said, I think it was as good as what Angel wants me to think it was. So that suggested that like Angel's got like...
She's the pants wearer.
Yes, she's the brains of the operation. I don't think Bobby would have gotten their house into Architectural Digest.
Well, no.
I think that Angel got on the show because you know why? Because she wants to...
promote that the amount of times that something Wonderland has Wanderlust or Land. Wonderland. So well, bad
she
branding.
Wanted to promote
I still
that
don't know
show.
what it's called.
Yeah, but it's like
yeah.
And then apparently, again, this is what this influencer said. That scene where all the guys were sitting there was so weird. I was literally like screaming. I'm like, why don't you fucking stand up for women?
Thank you.
You didn't even say hi.
If that was truly cut how it was cut, they were all just staring.
But the influencer said that scene was shot multiple times. And that's why those guys were so weird because they were like, yeah.
Again?
Here we are. Hi. It was almost like they couldn't act their way through it because it was like...
Yeah, that was the strangest thing. I think even Stacy said in a confessional, it was like a Get Out scene where she's like, who are these men who do not want to speak to us?
The guy with the cigar. Apparently that guy, by the way, like I saw on the on Reddit that he posted on his Instagram that scene, and it's something stupid. It didn't answer any questions or whatever, but he was like putting out there that he was on the TV show, and everyone's like, why would you promote that about yourself?
You look horrible.
You look so rude.
Scene.
Like if you were like, let me see what this guy's about. Let me watch this scene. I'd be like, I'm not going with that guy.
That guy's creepy
to
as
manage
hell.
my money.
Yeah, that's the problem. I just think so much is produced that we don't know, and that the women aren't allowed to say.
Yeah.
So then it becomes this whole thing, and you deep down now are kind of like, oh, so now Giselle just gets to have a moment. Like, I'm taking over the trip. And, like, it's exactly what they wanted for her to queen bee and come in.
Notable mentions, Ashley making out with that Charisse's son.
Charisse's son. So awkward.
So weird.
Oh, Ashley.
She's beautiful, though. So I get it why a young man would want to kiss her.
Why a young man would want to kiss her.
Wendy with the phone call to the dad. That was clearly Wendy's storyline this season.
I literally forgot about all that. Oh my God. And that mother is psychotic.
That was not produced.
I started to
what was she getting mad about?
Empathy for Wendy. I was like, wow, she's dealt with this woman as her mother. The mother is pissed because it sounds like that dad had a second family and left the mom. The mom raised her family.
Sure.
So the mom is like, how dare you? Like, he ignored you when you were in Nigeria and you just go crawling back. Like, I can understand the hurt, but the way she reacts, like, that is still Wendy's father.
Yeah.
You have to separate how he treated you.
But I feel like there was a subtext to that, Jessica, where the mom was getting mad that Wendy was doing this to her on camera. Like, I read that situation not as that she was freaking out because Wendy called the dad. I viewed that situation as like the mom realized in this moment that Wendy called them over here
to discuss
the dad, and she's now taking the dad's side, and that whole Nigerian culture where it's like you got to respect your parents.
Yeah.
The mom was like, "Oh hell no, you're not going to do this to me on camera," talking about that deadbeat dad. Like I read it as like if the cameras were not there, that woman wouldn't have freaked out in that way. But that's where we're at these Housewives franchises, right? It's all meta.
Sorry,
it's like
Wendy's having a whole thing about her dad relationship because she needed something. She wasn't going to talk about the fraud she was doing, so she needed something else in her life, and her renovations are done. So
and it's like, Mama, how do you think Wendy pays for that Ozempic you're clearly on? Like, you got to talk about some of this stuff.
Yeah,
you can't lose your damn mind on camera.
God, that mom is out of control.
Out of control. Okay, let's jump to what are the kids talking about these days, Jessica?
Yes, so this is something I can majorly get behind. We've talked about it a little bit, how the Gen Z and like younger millennials have really shied away from the partying, the drinking, like
totally.
us elder millennials, you know, really did it big. So the new trend are daytime raves.
Oh yeah.
But they're also happening, like Lauren, I want to go to one, at bakeries. So you're not even drinking. It's not even a matter of drinking in the daytime.
Is it coffee?
Yes. You're just getting your fix. But they then have like bougie DJs. Like if Kyle Cook DJ'd at a bakery at noon on a Saturday in Chicago,
that's what
you best believe I will be there. It literally is like having a pastry and a coffee, and while you're dancing to, like, and raving out. I was like, this is amazing.
I love it. I agree with you. I would do that.
Yeah.
Because it's like you don't want to. The problem is we just don't want the next date to be ruined.
The hangover.
It's the hangover.
They hit a lot harder.
A lot harder. So if you can get me to a high energy DJ with a little baked good and a coffee.
Not gonna lie, I probably would have a mimosa, but I love the timing of it and that it's just like so out of context. It's daylight, you're doing this. So
in Chicago, there is a lot of history of people doing this. John Summit came and DJ'd at
Portillo's. Yes.
Set up shop there. Marshmallow, that DJ, went to Wiener Circle half a year ago.
You're right.
After we had our children, so all of this was
just missed out on all of them. Yeah.
Seen on Instagram.
Seen the next day. We weren't even in the know when it was happening.
We didn't even know it was happening.
Wiener Circle is a 5-minute walk from me. I could have gone.
You probably could have heard it. You probably remember going.
Didn't know it was happening.
What's that loud booming noise I hear?
Ooh, those darn kids.
The McDonald's downtown where R. Kelly was arrested.
Yeah.
That had a big DJ, I forget who, but like Grimace was coming out with like bottle service.
I don't know what newsletter or what. That's how old I am. I'm like, I think a newsletter is going to tell me. I don't know who I need to follow, but I want to go to the next daytime party thing in Chicago.
We'll be on the lookout for it.
Yes. All right.
We miss Meredith. Meredith did come to Chicago.
I know. It was like right around Christmas.
Well, yeah, that makes sense, right? Because she's Jewish, isn't she? Yeah, so it's like she didn't care, but it's like, well, we all care.
A little rough timing.
Yeah, it was
for
like
the
the 22nd or something.
Yeah,
it was like really hard.
Yeah. Too close. Yeah.
All right, conspiracy theories.
Yeah.
So you're gonna love this first one. I like laughed out loud. So Trevor Noah. On his podcast, What Now with Trevor Noah, he was saying this. Now, he's not a conspiracy theorist, so I'm like, is this real or not? I can't tell. But I think it's conspiracy. So big food companies are annoyed that Ozempic has those GLP-1s, right? Mm-hmm. That means people are eating less, shopping less, getting sick less, using medical health care less, and they're mad about it. Mm-hmm. So now they're creating food that has a GLP-1 blocker.
Oh, to negate... Is it possible? Is it real? Does the science exist to block?
Well, a GLP-1, I researched this, is a hormone that you're naturally supposed to have in your gut. Okay. And if your gut is good, that should exist. And that should
tell you you're full. Is that,
to digest the food, all of it. So
we'll all just be bottomless pits eating junk.
So they're bioengineering food that's supposed to be blocking that hormone. Because they're mad. Isn't it?
Because they're mad. Hilarious? Oh my god.
So I researched, I'm like, is this actually happening? And it said big food companies are not doing that. Of course, this is the conspiracy theory. Yeah. But they are making more high protein snacks, smaller portion snacks to counteract the protein loss that you get when you have Ozempic. Yeah. But it's also like, why weren't they just making that now? Well, like I could have used a high protein, smaller snack now.
Thanks. Yeah.
The funny thing is that like, and somebody in the Trevor Noah podcast said this, but he's like, what about the people that are at Ozempic or eating the blocker food,
Yeah.
will we just be huge,
Right. Oh my God. That's
Isn't
amazing.
that crazy? I mean, Trevor Noah is reputable, and he's saying that.
Yeah. Oh my God, I'm gonna look into that. I need to avoid that food. I
Well, it's
already barely have any self-control.
I think it's Doritos, stuff that you kind of know. It's not like lettuce
if you
is
tell
gonna
me
have
it's
it.
already in Pringles, I'll believe you because I can eat a can of those, no problem.
Right. All right,
my
second
gosh.
conspiracy is Trump's ballroom. Now, I saw this on Ninjas and Butterflies, their conspiracy podcast, so full
I'm
credit to
glad
them.
you kept saying more words after ball. I was like, where's this going?
His $300 million ballroom. So I didn't know if you knew this, but his whole thing is that it's not using taxpayer money to build that thing. But so he's got some sponsors and investors. The investors are Amazon, Google, Apple, Meta, Microsoft,
Palantir.
Palantir.
Is that right?
I don't know.
Oh my God, it doesn't matter.
So the ballroom is $300 million. It's only 90,000 square feet. So that's about $3,300 cost per square foot, which is shockingly big.
Pretty expensive,
The theory is that they're building an underground database center underneath it. And that's why you have these big businesses investing.
That are all investing, yeah.
And the benchmark is, because I work in procurement, so you look for benchmarks, but again, I didn't come up with this, that Israel built an underground data center, something similar to it, and it cost about the same, $300 million. And that's what's happening. And that's why he's doing that.
Yeah.
I mean, isn't that crazy? And I don't know what...
So it's in the White House.
Yes.
In the ballroom of the White House.
And I don't know what the data center would hold, but all of those companies, Meta, Microsoft,
are all in
Google,
that space.
they're in the data space.
Yeah.
The other theories, which are funny, but kind of haha funny, but not nearly as credible, is that he's profiting in some way building this ballroom. $300 million is just too expensive for it, so maybe he's getting some sort of kickback. And then this is how they're going to basically have influence or access to him, is by donating to this. I'm like, I know.
That's what a donation is in the political space.
I'm like, this is not a conspiracy theory. This is just true.
That's just how that works.
And then the other thing is that it's a personal monument to himself. It's a narcissistic palace.
An underground bunker.
No,
monument?
just the ballroom. That's why it's $300 million. Just the ballroom.
Because it's just all plated in gold.
But again, it's that's true.
Yeah.
It's going to be called the Trump Ballroom.
Of course. Oh my God.
Anyway, Jessica, good talking to you.
You too.
Bye.
Bye.